Right now, they've meant everything. Whenever there's a coaching change, there's a lot of questions, and all of their teammates that they came in with aren't still here. And I think to these guys' credit, they've subscribed to what our coaching staff and we've created in terms of an environment and everything we've done needs their support. So it's crucial what those guys have done.
How much of a challenge is it for you as coming in a few years ago, getting the existing guys that you didn't recruit to buy in?
It actually wasn't hard to get them to buy in, to get them to understand maybe why we're doing things was a bigger challenge. Their buy-in was they wanted to win. They wanted to have success. They wanted to feel great about their RPI career. So their buy-in was there right from the start. But much like a lot of young athletes these days, they need to know why. And that took a little longer, and we had to surround them with some other good pieces, and the transfers were a piece of that. The hunger of a senior class collectively had to get on the same page, but I don't think buy-in was a challenge. It was just understanding.
Was there any leaders in the room that fans may not know about? You see the stats, you see Riley playing all the time, but is there anybody kind of behind the scenes that's been a locker room leader for you that stood out?
Well, it's really interesting. We have 10 guys in our leadership group, 8 seniors and 2 juniors. A group of leaders. So Mike Gornall brings a man's approach to our game. Todd Burgess, who isn't a demonstrative leader, brings positive energy. Never saw that 3 years ago out of him, and now what you see is he's pretty positive every day. He loves coming to the rink. He's early on, late off, and those 2 guys have been really important. But to me, there's after Will's decision to come back and not sign, that sort of put the icing on the cake. All of those guys have led by committee.
Talk about this weekend's game, Quinnipiac and Princeton coming in, and what's the focus on Quinnipiac right now?
Well, let's learn from what we already know, that they're a good hockey team. They've been very good on special teams. Tufto's as good as anybody in the league up front. Delibertor in the back end is playing 25 minutes a night. When we were in their building, they jumped us early and got up to a 3-0 lead. We've seen that with some of the top teams in the league this year that have jumped us early, and we're trying to be ready for the first puck drop.
It's been on back of our minds, I guess, but we've been in such a playoff race that haven't really thought about it too much, but hopefully we can make it so that it's not our last week in the field house. That's our goal.
Yeah. Looking back in your career here, you come in your freshman, you have the coaching change. You just talk about the last 4 years and where you were a few years ago, your freshman year, and where you are now.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. It seems like it goes by really fast, but looking back, it's been a lot of changes throughout the program. I can't even count how many different guys have come through here, and it's just been a lot of fun, and it's kind of sad that it's coming to an end, but I've had a great time.
You look at the stats and everything. The senior class has had a big hand in this team battling for the position you are. Is that gratifying to know that you guys are finishing strong here, your careers?
I think so. I think that, obviously, something that I've learned over the course of my 4 years is that in order to have a good team, your seniors have to be, your leaders and your best players. And I think this year we've done a good job of, doing that and driving the team. And, it's been successful so far.
Is there a memory that stands out for you over 4 years, or maybe you haven't lived it yet?
Hopefully haven't lived it yet, but, just sweeping Union last year, that was pretty good. And then my sophomore year, we were really struggling, and we only had a couple wins on the year, and we went into Cornell in February, and they were the #1 team in the country and beat them. So that was up there for sure.
Looking back in your decision this year to come back, I talked to you about it in the preseason. Mm-hmm. You look back at it now. How are you happy with that decision?
Yeah, it's been great. I'll never know what it was like to go the other way, but I couldn't be happier with my decision. I think just this year has been great. I've loved every second of it. It's been awesome having the team do so much better than last year and the year before is that. So I couldn't be happier with my decision.
A lot of credit to all the seniors that were already here before me, Mike, and Shane. they really just like welcomed us in when we transferred, and they just we just really have a great culture this year, and I think all the seniors have done great with it.
Have you thought about senior week and senior night, or are you guys focused on Quinnipiac right now?
Not really, just focused on Quinnipiac right now and just trying to keep playing well, and I'm sure when it gets closer to the time, I'll start thinking a little bit more and try not to think about it too much.
Is it a nice thing, though, that you don't have time to think about this senior night? Again, you guys are playing big hockey games. You're jockeying for a position, trying to clinch home ice. How nice is that that's at stake for you rather than sort of playing out the string in the regular season?
Yeah, it's good. It's I think we're really just been focused the whole year, really, and I think it's just getting even more and more as we get down to the end here, just making sure we're playing our best going into playoffs.